My name is Annie Adair. I am now an Italian citizen as well as an American citizen. I've been living in Volterra for 14 years, though I originally hail from Washington, D.C. I fell in love with Volterra quite unexpectedly, traveling here after graduating from college, and Volterra helped me realize all that history could be and how much it is really essentially a continuum of so many human lives. So I find, now that I work as a tour guide, a lot of my clients who love history often fall for Volterra, like I did 14 years ago. Well, Volterra is a town that has many important museums and monuments, but one of the things that I love most about this town is the fact that it's filled with lanes and alleys and residential homes and hidden corners. I think it took me several months actually to discover all of them when I first moved to Volterra, and it's something that my friends and family and visitors often remark on as well, is finding their own favorite secret corner, hidden lane in Volterra, having a glass of wine, watching the sunset, and seeing the little old ladies walk by with their shopping bags, and the mothers with the strollers, and those poorly behaved Italian children, probably one of them was my own, wreaking havoc as they run down the lanes. It's real life, it's a community, it's Volterra's heart and soul. So we're in one of the main intersections of Volterra where Via Matteotti and Via Gramsci meet. This is often where Volterrans will come and run into their friends and decide to have a cocktail. Now, what are the daily rituals after going to the butcher and the baker, and I'm not sure we have a candlestick maker, but you know, getting all your daily provisions. Volterrans often come out on the city streets around 6:30, 7 p.m. and have the evening passeggiata. So what that means too is you don't really ever have to make an appointment with your friends to say we'll meet on Thursday evening at 6. You just go out, have your passeggiata, and you'll most likely run into them. It's a wonderful way of keeping the community alive. Also, Volterra has something special about it that even larger towns like Siena don't have, and that's the fact that the numerous bars and cafes in town, open from the morning pastries through lunch into the afternoon, are also open after dinner. And so many Volterrans continue that habit of the passeggiata also after dinner, coming out, and you'll see 90-year-old men, 2-year-old children, 30-somethings, 20-year-old singles, all together in the same cafe, having a chamomile tea, a glass of wine, a Bacardi Breezer, whatever it may be, and the community stays in touch that way. So it's wonderful when you're part of the local community, but it's also wonderful when you're visiting the town as well to be a part of it. So this is Via Matteotti, where some of the Volterrans' favorite cafes and restaurants and little shoe stores and various pizza by the slice places are to be found. The locals in Tuscany often have their own names for each street, and the local name for this is Via Guidi. If you look at a map, you'll see one name, but if you ask a local for directions, you'll be told another. So what they often do is you'll have the big sign with the proper name that's on the map, and then underneath it a little sign that says Già, which means previously known as, what everybody's actually calling it. Volterra's population is officially 12,000 people. Now it's a very big town area, so it includes a large rural area. But about half of the population lives inside the city walls, which today have a perimeter of about 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles, and half live outside the city walls. But most of the people who live outside the city walls and in many other towns and villages gather in Volterra and use it for their services, their shopping. And Volterra actually is a hub for many services and also for education. We have 6 high schools in Volterra, serving not just the 12,000 people within the jurisdiction of Volterra, but also many other areas, towns in the rural area. The seasons in which Volterra is most not crowded, but most visited, let's say, are spring and summer, without a doubt. So from April through to June. June is a particularly busy month, end of May, June. The summer months actually are not that busy at all. July, August, you'll have a lot of Italians traveling and visiting, but not so many foreign visitors. And then September, October, it actually is quite busy again. And things will start to get slower again in November, though personally, my favorite time to be here is November. Not only is the town filled with local folk, and that's enough to keep the town vibrant, but also chestnuts are being harvested, the new wine is being produced, the olives are picked and pressed at the community presses into new oil, truffles and wild mushrooms are being found. If someone were to ask me, when do you get Volterra at its most real and best, I'd say November. At the moment, in this damp November day, I don't see any foreigners except ourselves. Well, you know, I could go on and on, but my website is www.tuscantour.com.